Well, I would definitely say we're into part 2 of this video at this point. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Stay tuned. We got in, we actually got tickets. They actually have tickets. When do you see tickets anymore? $25 a person. Here's the founder of the museum, Margaret Woodbury Strong, hence the Strong Museum. And she lived 1897, 1969. The museum opened in 1982. And we're about to go check out all this museum has to offer. Look at this, right away starts out, they have a carousel inside the museum along with this rope course. Now the rope course, I did read, is additional charge. We won't be doing this today. We do have one of these local to us, but these are pretty cool. And look at this, they have an aquarium in here. Look at all the fishies. Look at all the fishies. Let me know if you guys recognize any of these fish. I like that one, I want to take him home. Some big ones in here too, like this guy right here. Is that a lionfish? I think it's a lionfish. Here are some familiar products here. The Rubik's Cube, we got the Etch-a-Sketch. And look at these ping pong paddles with Richard Nixon, former President Richard Nixon, and Mao Zedong. Tennis teams brought the two countries together in 1971. Here's some Play-Doh. Silly putty, I loved silly putty as a kid. The, of course, the Slinky. Who didn't have a Slinky? And some of you might be old enough to have a pet rock as a kid. I remember watching Big. You guys remember the movie Big and them doing the silly string thing? They have a bicycle back here and they want to know, is this a toy? Yes or no? This is not a toy. No. That is a piece of recreational equipment. Who would consider a bicycle a toy? And look at this room. Does this not look like the funnest room ever to be in? I have a feeling it's going to get more and more exciting as we go along. I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of familiar toys in this entire museum. I already see in there koosh balls. You guys remember koosh balls? There's a Tickle Me Elmo. I had a friend of mine, Justin, who went out that Christmas. It said 1996 it was released. That means I was 16 years old. He went out and sought these things out. He was doing eBay in its early days. I don't know when eBay started, but he was trying to sell those. He was one of the entrepreneur resellers, trying to capture and sell Tickle Me Elmos. And I remember he ended up getting stuck with these things. There's also a Baywatch Barbie in there. If anyone ever had that, let me know in the comments below. I have no idea what this is, but everyone I walked by, including my daughter, said that I'm gonna get very dizzy in here. So I don't know what this is. It even says, right here, it says dizzy, go no further. I don't know what it is. Let me know if you've been in something like this. We'll go ahead and go in it. All right, we are gonna go all the way through. And I don't know, it's just like oh, is that what you're supposed to do it? Here I am doing everything all wrong. I'm an idiot. All right, hold on, we're gonna walk through and these kids, they know what they're doing. I'm not gonna show them, but I got it now. This is what you're supposed to do. And I'm like standing, I'm standing like, I don't know, it's not horizontal. It's pretty cool. All right, we got a spot here. We can build our very own potato head. So you can put everything where you want to. So we got a potato head here, a spud, a young spud. And I mean, feet are pretty obvious, right? We need feet. Got the feet. Let's see what we got here. I think that's a nose. There's the nose. You got a hat. And, does he have to have a mustache? No. You know, the Germ doesn't do mustaches. I don't, see, I look kind of ridiculous, right, with the mustache? I don't know, some people think I look silly without a mustache, but you know what? That's the way I like it. I got arms. And, where's the eyeballs? Here we go. There's the eyeballs. I lost my nose. Everyone had a potato head as a kid, right? Oh, that's it. That's not a tongue. That's an ear. It's all right. It looks like a tongue. They've got a rock wall over here. I've always been good at these things, even as a kid. I don't know how I am as an adult, but we're going to give it a shot. Oh, so actually, it's harder than you would think. Ow, I almost fell. from like 2 feet. If you guys come here to the Strong Museum, I recommend looking in every single corner of every area because there is stuff hidden all over the place. Like these masks from, I thought these were from the 80s because I remember these as a kid, but apparently, look at this. The Raggedy Ann and Andy's 1967, Yogi Bear's 1965, the Catwoman, that's 1992, and they got some other ones down here. They've got Farrah Fawcett, 1977, Spider-Man is 1966, and they got Muhammad Ali. I didn't ever thought that was Muhammad Ali, 1977. I remember masks like this. Does anyone else remember those? I remember them from the 80s because that's when I really was a kid. But these are cool. I didn't realize they went back that far. And here are some newer ones. Well, Pebbles from the Flintstones, 1992. You can see it's all plasticky. And then you got Bear Brother from the Bernstein Bears from 1993. Stormtrooper from 2015, rather recent there. And the Astronaut is from 1960. Anyone ever have any of these masks? Was this your costume? I love this game as a kid. Used to play this a lot on the Wildwood Boardwalk. Let's see if I'm any good at it anymore. The guy who actually moved the big Nintendo arcade game, the Nintendo Dual System, if you guys noticed that, this is one of his favorite arcade games as well. I don't know, something about Outrun was just fantastic. Oh no! That shaker motor. Good game, very good game. Okay, we got Road Blaster next. This game is fantastic. I used to play this a lot in a laundromat in my hometown. This is another game I would love to have in my personal collection. It is just an absolute fantastic game. You do have to get these fuel pellets. Oh no, I missed them. All of them there. Oh no! Come on, come on. All right. And the music for this is fantastic. It is finally our turn here to play Daytona. There is no way this is a quarter. This is like my dream arcade. No way. This is 25 cents. Third. I don't know how these guys keep up with fixing these things on only a token a piece. All right, fourth. All right, we're at 16th. Let's see. Oh, come on, checkpoint. Oh, 13th, lucky 13. I have no idea what's going on up here, but it looks fun. I see Jenga, I see a giant Mr. Potato Head, and I feel the need to go up those stairs. This is the Toys Hall of Fame. Let's see what's in the Toys Hall of Fame. Let's see if some of our favorite toys are here. I hope so. I hope some of my favorites are here. I hope some of your favorites are here. Now, of course, I've never played with My Little Ponies. Do you guys know what they call a dude that plays with My Little Ponies? They call him a brony. There actually is a name for that. I recently met some collectors of these at a recent toy show. There is apparently a big collector thing for the My Little Pony, which I never would have thought. But yeah, there's My Little Pony. And let me know in the comments below if you own these. I definitely had these for my daughter. Now, here is something I recognized and played with as a kid. I can't believe these only came out in 1984. Hasbro toy, of course. And who doesn't love the movies, including the cartoon? We all loved Optimus Prime. I remember my brother had a really cool Stegosaurus toy that I broke the arm off. But yeah, there we go, Transformers. These are still a cool thing to play with. Of course, here's a big selection of creativity toys like Play-Doh. We all loved Play-Doh as a kid. Play-Doh stuck around. My daughters played with Play-Doh. Of course, Crayola and crayons, you know, and the Etch-a-Sketch. Easy Bake Oven back there. I never had one of those. Mr. Potato Head, and even Silly Putty is in there. Let me know if you had an Easy Bake Oven. I remember one of my neighbors had these, but they would get one, and then they would never get like refill kits because the refill kits were always like ink cartridges on a printer. They were always so expensive. Great game right there, Candyland. One of my favorites. I loved Candyland and Chutes and Ladders. I would say Candyland was definitely my favorite. I don't remember all the things, but I remember you just get those cards and you'd have to go through them. It wasn't a strategy game. It was really just a game of luck. But I loved Candyland as a kid, and I might have to go back home and play this. Tell me I can actually move the giant potato head. All right, we're gonna do something to his hat. Yeah, look at that, his hat's moving. Got his eyes, ears, hands. They got a magic 8-ball here. Let's ask it a question. Will we hit 10,000 subscribers by August of 25? The end of August 2025. And the answer is, signs point to yes. That's a positive way to look at it. All right, let's see what happens. Now here are some more memories here. I feel like I'm gonna be saying that a lot. There's a lot of nostalgic in here. How about the big wheel? The Super Soaker, man. I remember my friend Justin, he had this huge backpack one, and he would just spray us, man, and that thing was powerful, but that's the one I had. I had the Super Soaker 50. I don't know, I want to say mid-90s those came out. You could still get those, I think. I think they still sell those once in a while during the summer. We're gonna leave the Hall of Fame. I'm waiting for this. They have this crane up here, and it lifts a bowling ball up, and then it goes through here under Humpty Dumpty, through some wind chimes. There it goes. We're gonna go in this room here next. American comic book heroes. Not a big comic book guy, but who doesn't like Superman? We all do, right? Movies are awesome. New Superman movie coming out really soon. Maybe it already came out by the time this video goes up. And here is a beautiful statue of the Man of Steel himself, Superman. And of course, right across from him, you have Wonder Woman, and then you got Spidey up there, or Spider-Man. Now, of course, this is right up my alley right here, and this one is free. Captain America and the Avengers. Oh, I've never played this one before at all. Who am I even? Is this Iron Man? Is that who that is? Don't make fun of me if I get that wrong. It reminds me of Turtles or The Simpsons. It's got to be a Konami game. I can almost guarantee it. Is it? Oh, it's not. It's Data East. Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. I never, like I said, I don't remember playing this game as a kid. I wouldn't have played this one. Who else we got? We got Captain America in here. It's the only other guy I recognize. I don't recognize the other guys. Oh, I got the big bad boss. He's got everyone's money. Oh man, what was that? What was that? Oh, that's it for me. That's it for me. Free play, we'll let someone else play. This section's right up my alley here because we got some video games here. Some comic book video games. You got, of course, X-Men for the Sega Genesis and Batman Returns for the Genesis. And then they got Superman for the Atari. I can't imagine how that looks. Whatever you do, don't play Superman for the Nintendo 64. That's got to be one of the worst games ever. Got Batman for the PlayStation 1. And we got another Superman for the Atari and Superman there for the Sega Genesis. So Marvel Nemesis. I don't know. Some of these games I don't know. I was not a big comic book guy. But yeah, some video games there. Maybe we should try this one. Maybe we should try this X-Men one. I feel like this might be a beat 'em up. Here are some superhero toys you might be familiar with. Of course, Pez. I was hoping they would have Pez in the museum. Now it is a candy, but I always considered it a toy as well. Kind of. You got the Joker right there, Two-Face, and the Riddler, as well as some packs of Pez right there. Oh my God, this is right up my alley. Anyone who doesn't know, I love pinball, and this is a whole entire room of pinball machines. You know, it's funny, I love Slugfest so much. I remember winning baseball cards off this as a kid, and it was one of my favorite pinball machines as a kid. It's not your typical pinball machine. It is a pitch and bat game, but you won cards. I remember exactly where I played this back when I was a kid in the early 90s, 91, 92, 93. Somewhere around there is when I remember playing it, and I played at this place in Wildwood, New Jersey called Duffers. That's where I played Slugfest. You guys remember these guys, right? The Berenstain Bears, the Berenstain Bears. Not the Bernstein Bears, the Berenstain Bears. And there's the family there. I don't remember anybody's name. If you guys know any of the names of any of the bears, leave it in the comments below because I don't remember any of them. It's been a long time. And apparently Hasbro has its own game park outside, so I think we have to go check that out as well. Of course, we got the giant tiles here from Scrabble. I haven't played Scrabble in so long. This is a game we got to play. I'm bringing back some memories here. Scrabble is something that I think we all loved, even me as a bad speller. I am the world's worst speller. But yeah, I think we have to play a game of Scrabble. And there's the giant dog from Monopoly. I'm always the thimble. The thimble's the best. Let me know what you guys are when you play Monopoly. I always like the thimble. It's the safest way to go. Imagine being magically whisked away to Candyland. And what do they call this? This was like the Peppermint Forest or something like that. Oh, these are not real candy canes. Whatever you do, don't lick those. Of course, we get to drive the little car from Monopoly. There actually is no other side to this car. I should let you know that as I'm driving nothing. Am I actually in jail or am I just visiting? Hopefully I'm just visiting. They've got this giant dragon over here. And if we touch this, we can, when it's lit, we can awake the dragon. I don't know if it actually does anything. Does it breathe fire? Oh, is it actually gonna breathe fire? I'm thinking maybe he needs some fireballs. Very hot out there. Figure it was time to come in here and hang out with Joe Cool over here. Did anyone get that Joe Cool reference? You know, Snoopy? I don't know where that came from, but I know he's called Joe Cool. Don't know why. That's just what he's called. This is one of the arcade games that we had in our arcade, Prop Cycle, and I haven't seen Prop Cycle in forever. You got to pedal to make this work. I cannot believe that these guys have a Prop Cycle. I missed one. We can get this. All right, here we go. All right. All right, that brought back some serious memories. I am now completely worn out. Holy crap. We had that in our arcade. This section here is all about the controversy of video games. Now, some of you guys might have remembered this. Some of you guys might have gone through this. I personally did not have this problem in my household. My mom let us buy and play video games. We went to the arcades constantly. We turned out just fine. But I remember I had friends that literally were not allowed to play video games. They were not allowed to arcades, let alone the things like shooting games and animated violence. I think most of us turned out just fine. It was just a game. We got a huge Pac-Man exhibit over here. We got to check out some of the Pac-Man stuff. Of course, Pac-Man came out in 1980, distributed by Namco here in the United States. A lot of cool items behind me. Got the Pac-Man lunchbox. I'm sure some of you guys recognize these things. Looks like a Pac-Man AM/FM radio up there. Pac-Man plushie. All the way down here, which I'll show you guys in a second, Pac-Man Lego set. This is actually rather recent. I have this boxed up. I don't have enough room to put it together and display it somewhere, but I actually have that. And of course, who doesn't remember these little plug and plays right there? We all had these in our house. So picked up one of these. No, not the doll. The Pac-Man arcade there. They were made recently by a company called Numbskull. And I actually picked one up used for about $80 to $100 on Facebook Marketplace. Pretty cool little thing. Looks like a real arcade game. It's very neat. Of course, they also had these. They have the this Pac-Man version there. There's a Pac-Man version of this, and then of course my nemesis, Donkey Kong. I didn't have one of these as a kid growing up. I remember I knew somebody that had one, but I've later picked one up. They don't show up too often, and these go for about $100 to $150. They're made by, I believe it's Coleco. And I'm pretty confident that is actually the one I have there, which is the Pac-Man version. Of course, we have the home console. Most of us had these. Love to know which one you guys had. I had quite a few of these, so I'm going to show you guys what I had. Well, if you guys have been watching my channel long enough, you guys know that as a kid, I was a Sega guy. So I started right with the Sega Master System, which I don't even see in this case. They don't have a Sega Master System. I started with the Sega Master System, went to the Sega Genesis, which looked just like this black one here, without the Sega CD below it and without the 32X above it. So that's my second system. I also had the TurboGrafx 16. After the Genesis, I believe we had the Saturn, then the Dreamcast, and then when Sega disappeared, somewhere in there I had a TurboGrafx 16. I think that might have been after the Genesis. And then we switched over to PlayStation. I had a PlayStation 1, 2, and then 3. And then at PlayStation 3, I switched over to Xbox and had Xbox 360, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X. And now it seems like Xbox is going away as well. I do have the, of course, the Nintendo systems, and I have picked up the Nintendo Switch and also the Nintendo Switch 2. We got Mario Brothers that we're playing on this absolutely giant, enormous NES controller. This is gonna be interesting. I'm very good at this game. Let's see how good I am with it on this. Okay, this is gonna be weird. Oh my God, this is so strange to play it like this. It definitely throws you off playing like this. Let's see. Oh my God, I was pit in the wrong area. It's so hard to play like this. It feels like this was 3D printed. Oh no. I think it's time to conquer my rival. There's no way. You know, I was gonna play up here, but these controls are just too big. We're gonna avoid the hammer. All right, we're doing good. Uh-oh, okay. Oh no! Oh yeah, there we go. She fell right in love with me. Oh, come on, get up there. All right, I am definitely going a different path that I was not intending on going. Oh no, that's a death right there. All right, is our last guy here. Oh, we got to completely start over, huh? All my plugs are back to normal. They're all plugged up again. Maybe if we just go fast, we can conquer this. Oh no! They got us. They got us.